What's up, YouTube? I'm here with
Matthew Coelho.
What you did today?
Top regional, top 4, baby.
Let's get to it.
3 nib, 3 Fua, 3 Ash, 3 Droll. I play all of these because, one, they're all pretty good. Nib interacts well with Mitsurugi cards, and then Droll's just really strong right now overall. Fualos is obvious, you just gain too much advantage, and then Ash is just Ash, pretty much. The Mitsurugi engine pretty much makes my deck a lot better in my opinion. For this I'm running one of the Ultra Ritual. I'm not going to say the name because I don't know how. But and then 3 of the Super one. This is going to be mostly just the starter for all of it, for all the Mitsurugi cards. And then for the main, and then for the other monsters I have 1 of each. We have the Saji, which adds spells, this guy that adds back from grave, and then this one that adds a monster. And I like having the Night Sword Serpent because I usually find myself not having enough materials to dump if I end up drawing one of these. So I end up using this to get an extra 4 on board to go into more rank 4 plays. We have the Ryzeal engine. So we have 2 Ice, 2 X, 2 Sword, 1 Star, 1 Node. And then for the spells, we just have 1 Cross. This is just a basic package. It gets you to where you need to be. Cross is a crazy card. I hope it doesn't get banned soon, but we'll see. We'll see. For me, I don't have 7 Tachyon, so I run 2 Ascension, 1 Tachyon. If I get drolled on Ascension, it really hurts, but overall, it's just another way to get to this. 1 Call by, 1 Talents, 1 Cross out, they're all at 1, but these are just crazy cards. If you draw them, you draw them. If you don't, then you're not going to be too hurt about it. And then 1 Bonfire for consistency because it just searches the main pieces. And then we get to the Mitsurugi spell traps that I forgot to mention earlier, where we just run 3 prayers and then 1 ritual. Ritual is pretty much searchable through the combo. You don't like seeing more than 1 of this, so I run 1. And the 1 trap. This trap's actually pretty crazy. It's a negate, and then when you tribute summon the Ultra Mitsurugi card, it comes back and blows up the board. It's just a crazy card. And then lastly, just 3 imperms pretty much. And then moving on to the extra deck. Now my extra deck is a little wonky because I'm a funny guy, but we have 1 detonator, 2 dual drive, that's pretty basic, but then we only have 1 Eclipse Twins. I just chose to cut this to 1 because I needed more space in the extra deck for the stuff I wanted to try out today. And then 1 Steel Swarm Roach. And now I like this card only because it has a good matchup into White Forest and Crystron and any rogue decks I might play against because this card is just really good against Crystron itself. And my matchups weren't really too heavily focused on those, so I didn't face any of those, so I didn't get to use this much, but I like this card. It just gives me the extra option to play into Crystron. And then Dugaris for the draw 2 or the attack buff to OTK basically. Gallon Granite, Search Nib, that's like the last part of the combo. Gaga Cowboy, my time card. Masquerade for the 7 Tachyon search target. Exiton Knight, it's a really excellent board breaker, but if I was playing Fiendsmith Ryzeal, going directly 1 Feral Imps to get into the Mitsurugi stuff. 1 Typhon for in case I need it. I like to keep Tornado Dragon just because it's a really good option going into Blue Eyes or any other decks that need their continuous spells or traps. But I used this today against a Blue Eyes deck, and it pretty much sealed the game up for me because I popped the True Light, the entire board was gone. And then 1 Aggregator to send up X. This could be also used as a board breaker. I really like this card. It's my favorite card because I always lose my die rolls and go second. And then lastly, the Link monster is Dynamondo. Dynamondo's pretty good because it can target shuffle something back on your own turn, and then on your opponent's turn, you can tribute it and a ritual card comes back. So you basically tribute off summon the board wipe Ultra, and it's just another interruption. And then for the side deck, I decided to go 2 Lancia, because I don't have a 3rd Lancia because I lost it.
Oh.
So instead I play 1 Thrust, and then 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpies, 3 Evenly, 3 Solemn Judgment, and 3 Meows. I like Solemn Judgment because it just stops a lot of board breakers, and if I have 2 of them, they can't play the game like my unfortunate last round opponent had to endure. Evenly is a really good board breaker. Unfortunately, I'd have to give up my battle phase, but I feel like it's a really good board breaker because it doesn't target and banishes face down. Lightning Storm is obvious for spell traps. Thrust is to search out any of these, and then Lancia is just Lancia against Mouse.
Do you think the thrust could have been the 3rd Lancia?
Yeah, probably, honestly.
Oh. Okay.
But if it wasn't gonna be, I probably, yeah, this is the only thing that could have been or should have been something else.
You were still thrust today?
I did a couple times actually, but it didn't end up letting me win the game. It was just like a play I could make. Shout out to Sean. He let me borrow his Gallon Granite and his Night Sword Serpent. Shout out to Blake, Bautista Garcia, however you say his name. Best friend in the community. Shout out. Shout out to DJ, because that guy's a bum and he lost to me. Shout out to my mom and my girlfriend. I think she'd be super mad at me if I didn't mention her. I'm not shouting out Teddy. He got an indirect shout out. I said his name. That's enough.
You may not say me.
I did say you.
Yeah, you did say my name.
I called you a bum because you are.
Any else? Any shout outs? Any more shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I don't think so for now.
All right, congrats, man.